Welcome to Well Rounded. I'm your host, Tiffany Parker. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Well Rounded. I hope you're having a fabulous week so far, and I hope you enjoyed last week's episode with my friend Olivia. I know I had so much fun having her on. She's so funny. She's such a bundle of energy. And I know it's a little bit longer of an episode. Guest episodes will probably be a little bit longer. But I hope you had so much fun. We had a lot of fun. I know I checked in with her and she said that she had a blast and she'd love to come back on. So she'll definitely come back on, but we'll talk more about books and things like that, kind of discussing and analyzing books and things like that. But if you haven't had a chance to go listen to it, please go and listen to it. It is a little bit longer, so it's a good one to listen to while you're cleaning, while you're getting ready for work, while you're driving to work, whatever, things like that. That's usually when I listen to podcasts too, is when I am driving, because it's about 20 to 30 minutes when I go to work and things like that, or my appointments sometimes are kind of far away, or like I said, when I'm cleaning, because I, have a lot of things to clean all the time. I feel like that's all adulthood is it's like 90% tidying up after yourself or your children or whatever. It's just a lot of cleaning, and I spent a lot of time cleaning last week, and now most of my to-do list again is cleaning. So anyways, great time to listen to that episode. She's such a bundle of energy, and we just had a blast, and she was such a good sport while I worked through some of the technical things. So I hope you enjoyed. It is a fun one to watch as well, so go watch on YouTube, because we are both very animated individuals and things like that. So super exciting. I'm hoping to have more guests on. I have some ideas with some other people, so we'll have a finance guy on soon, and then I'm hoping to have a mindset expert on next week and things like that. So I'm really excited. I have a fire lit under me for the guest thing, and I have like a whole list of people who I'd love to have as a guest. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know who you would like to hear talk about something that they do or something they're an expert on or things like that, because it was a lot of fun, and yeah, super duper cool. So today it's just little me back to the good old days, but in honor of the Olympics started last week. It's been awesome so far. I grew up doing sports, so I love sports and things like that, and the Olympics is like the ultimate sports extravaganza. I especially love gymnastics, anything swimming related, so I love swimming. I don't love to watch synchro. I think they call it like water dancing or something like that. It's essentially synchronized swimming. But I love watching diving as well. Also, unexpectedly, but also kind of expectedly, I love watching women's beach volleyball. And it's not because they're, wearing little bikinis. I don't swing that way, first of all, but they're just so good. And I am a woman, so I tend to like the women's sports better, except for like basketball and probably swimming. I enjoy watching them in a little bit more with swimming. But anyways, super fun. And so I'm gonna watch some replays on my Peacock account tonight. And so I'm trying to stay off social media so that I don't get any spoilers, because I'm really excited. I think I need to watch gymnastics, still men's gymnastics finals, and then I think there's some swim finals, and a lot of things are happening this week. So super duper excited. And in honor of that, I have decided to give my own personal bronze, silver, and golds just in life. So starting us off strong, because hello, Team USA, my first bronze, silver, and gold ranking is going to be Super Bowl National Anthem performances, specifically singing, because I'm a singer and the National Anthem is stunning in every conceivable way, but it's better with lyrics because the lyrics are really, really powerful. However, I did just watch a video of this guy playing the trumpet. Sounds really good on the trumpet, but again, you're kind of missing the lyrics and stuff like that. So I went through and I rewatched a ton of Super Bowl National Anthem performances because Team USA. And so I'll start with my gold. We should already know this. My gold National Anthem performance was Whitney Houston. Duh, I've talked about it before in my National Anthem episode. Hers is literally perfect. And what's crazy is because I watched all the videos, right? Because you got to watch the performance and you got to watch the expression and all that stuff. She makes it look so easy. And again, I've talked about this before. The National Anthem is extremely difficult to sing. It's like a 2-octave range, no matter where you started at. So she makes it look so easy though. And then she's perfectly in tune, like perfectly in tune. I don't know if I've ever sung it completely perfectly in tune because it's just easy to, just be a little bit flat or just a little bit sharp here and there, Obviously we want to strive for that perfectly in tune perfection. But like, holy crap. It was stunning. It was breathless. And then also something that has always been, aside from her unreal voice, her performance was just so inspiring, and she makes you feel it. And I read some of the comments on the YouTube video of her performance, and everyone is in agreement, as they should be. Also I really like her backing track. She had like a whole orchestra situation happening, which I loved. So anyways, Whitney Houston gets the gold for Super Bowl National Anthem performances. Okay, my silver, and this might surprise some people, but my silver is actually Lady Gaga. If you don't remember, if you're not a Super Bowl watcher, very few people in my life are Super Bowl watchers, but her National Anthem performance was amazing. She did embellish a little bit, and so did Whitney Houston. But her embellishments weren't too much. You can really overdo it with like the riffing and the extra little vocal show off things. Like, you can really overdo it really easily, and many people do. And I've learned a lot of people don't like that. I used to like it a lot, but now I don't. She had tons of passion though, and that's something that I think, a lot of people are kind of lacking. Why a lot of people were not, like, a lot of famous people sang the National Anthem, but a lot of them are lacking passion, or they look bored, or maybe they're just like really nervous because it's maybe the biggest audience they've ever had, because the Super Bowl is like a several million person view, and a lot of people watch it for the pre-show and the halftime show, so they're actually watching it for the performances and not just for the football. But then a lot of people are also watching it for the football, and a lot of celebrities watch the National Anthem as well, or National Anthem, watch the Super Bowl as well. So it's like their colleagues or their competition or whatever, But Lady Gaga had so much passion the whole time. Like, similar to Whitney Houston, only in Lady Gaga's very unique way. She just, like, really sang the words with love and with appreciation and with gratitude and with passion. And those lyrics don't mean anything if you don't feel them, So anyways, love that. And then at one point, I think it was at the end where she does the and the Home of the Brave. I think she gestured to someone. The camera was like very much a close-up, so I didn't see who she was gesturing to, but I'm assuming it was like the color guard and like some soldiers or things like that, because she very like specifically gestured at people, and she like did like this hand thing to all of them at the end. And I loved that because that's who it's about and that's who it's for, and that's what people kind of forget in all of their political goals is that it's about the people who have given us the freedoms that we have, you know? So I loved that. She was so much fun, so great. Also, she is actually a really incredible singer. If you didn't already know that, because it's kind of hard to get past all of the rah rah stuff, she's actually a really incredible singer with a really incredible voice, and she actually sang this in a lot more of a classical way, which is cool. Okay, so Lady Gaga gets the silver for National Anthem performances at the Super Bowl. Bronze, this is less surprising, Kelly Clarkson. I will say she did kind of rush it a little bit. Obviously it's best if you kind of sing it clean, but she just sang it kind of fast. And something that I loved about Lady Gaga and Whitney is they sing it slow, but it doesn't drag, but it's not just like breezing through it though. In my opinion, Kelly Clarkson rushed through it a little bit. She was also pretty young back then, I think. And her voice has only gotten better. Like she was incredible back then, but she's just even better now, just listening to that, because she was very young, like you could tell. So really amazing. She had a little like children's choir behind her, which was so fun. Like you don't see that very often, so that was really cool. But she did sing it nice and clean, and she was another one completely in tune as well. I just wish she would have just like felt the words just a little bit more and just kind of slowed it down and really let us like absorb the lyrics a little bit more. So I just like a little bit, it's kind of a tricky balance of going too slow to where it drags, because it is kind of a long verse, but then also not going too fast to where it's like, oh, you're like done. Like Billy Joel's, I was like really excited to watch Billy Joel sing the national anthem, and it was the most unexciting, like crappy thing I think I've ever watched. And I love Billy Joel with all of my heart, but like no, it was arguably one of the worst national anthems I've ever seen. And he was like completely unfeeling, and like you can tell he's not like a singer, he's like a speak singer. Anyways, it was just, I was like, dude, feel something, anything. And I think he's very used to hiding behind his piano a little bit sometimes, but I still love Billy Joel and all of his music because he's amazing, but the national anthem is not his journey. So Kelly Clarkson gets the bronze for national anthem performances. I have a couple of honorable mentions. I really like Demi Lovato's. She is one who's kind of famous for riffing a little bit and like going extreme and stuff. And she sang it just really nice and clean. She also looked really put together and just like really professional looking. She wore this beautiful like white pantsuit thing. And it wasn't too much, and it was just really classy. And she's a little bit edgier of a person and things like that. She just was a little bit, again, kind of sang it a little too fast, and then her face was just kind of dead. And then Reba, I think, did this last Super Bowl, and she was great. I just don't like her voice, so that's a little bit of a bias thing. Hers was also just a little bit boring in my opinion, but she did it great and she did it justice. I don't like Reba's voice, and that is not a popular opinion. So gold medal for Super Bowl national anthem performances, Whitney Houston. Silver, Lady Gaga. Bronze, Kelly Clarkson. Woo! Okay, now on to Broadway musicals. So my gold medal for Broadway musicals is Wicked. Duh. It's a perfect musical. It has the adventure, it has the romance, it has the humor, it has the life lesson. You leave wanting to be a better person, but it's not like heavy where you leave and you're also like kind of tired. So Wicked gets the gold. It's got the spectacle, but it doesn't do spectacle just for spectacle's sake. You know, it does it because it makes sense in the world and the universe and the stuff. And then the choreography is amazing. It's well mixed every time I've seen it, as in like sound balancy, because that makes a bigger difference than you'll ever realize. And then the performers are always top notch, because you cannot be mediocre and sing either which role. You cannot be Elphaba or Galinda and be mediocre. So we'll see how this Wicked movie goes in during Thanksgiving because I'm really not excited about it. But Wicked gets the gold for Broadway musicals. My silver is going to be Six, the musical. So if you don't know what Six is, S-I-X, like the number, it is the Six Wives of Henry VIII. And it's really, really awesome. It gets the silver because, first of all, it's a brilliantly written show. It is so clever. The lyrics are clever. The music slaps. They have a live band, which always makes music sound better. When I went and saw it live, it was really, really well mixed. The characters are fun. They're relatable. Like I said, it's really clever. And then what makes Six really awesome to me and really unique is that every single role is a female role. And that's significant because the musical theater world is severely oversaturated with women. It's just how it goes. It's not a big deal. It's not bad. It's not good. That's just how it is. And so it's really refreshing to have a show that has 6 roles and then, maybe a few extra for like an alternate or an understudy or whatever. That has 6 roles for women. Because usually most musicals, all of the leads are men and there's like one female lead and that's it. That's also what makes Wicked so awesome is it's like the 2 leads are women. You have Fiyero, who's like also considered a lead, but he's like not the lead. You know what I mean? And so it's not like a feminist thing. It's we need parts for women because the whole industry is like overwhelmed with really talented women. And so that's what makes Six really cool. And then the band is all supposed to be women as well, which is also really cool. So again, a lot of jobs for women in an industry where it's super competitive and it's really hard. And again, you have to be pretty good. Like these songs are a little bit tricky. It's very belty. I feel like even men would like it because it's kind of like a rock show. It's a little bit edgy. And things like that. But then it also has a really good message at the end, and it's just so fun. It was also really well mixed. I talked to the engineer for that when they came, and they had so many subwoofers, and it was awesome. And then it's cool because that musical, it's like a musical, but not a musical. It's kind of like a concert is kind of more the vibe, but it's also a musical. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of an in-between thing. But it's cool because it breaks the fourth wall. And that's not very commonly done. There's a lot of audience interaction. And when I flew to Boston to audition for it, they actually talked about that. They're like, we want to see how comfortable you are with audience interaction, and we're looking for X, Y, and Z and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, sign me up. So Six gets the silver because it's awesome. Okay, bronze, typical, is Les Mis. And I poured over this a lot with like my favorite shows and stuff. And, I was going to do going between Secret Garden because I love the music of that show. The plot's not great. And apparently it's very different from the book. So, that doesn't get it. And then I love the music of Phantom of the Opera. It's incredible. Again, the plot is not great, but the music is absolutely stunning. And then some of my other ones, like Into the Woods is really, really good. But it's just a little bit, it can be done really poorly. And, it's just, Into the Woods was like the final runner-up to Les Mis. And then, one of my favorite shows is Jekyll and Hyde. But now as I've gotten older and analyzed the music a little bit, I still love that show. But some of the music is like it's not like super cohesive. It works, but there's a reason why that show is not more iconic. And so anyways, I went through a lot of them. I ended up going with Les Mis because the music is stunning. It is all music the entire time. And so the skill and the stamina it takes to be in that show, also to mix that show, is also a lot of work. I like it too because there are a lot of roles. Les Mis is one of those shows where it's actually really, really fun to be in the ensemble. Some would argue it's more fun to be in the ensemble. I have been in the ensemble of that show and it is quite fun. Still would rather be like Eponine or Fantine just because it's fun to sing the iconic songs. But it is really fun to be in the ensemble. Again, a lot of female roles, a lot of men's roles, a lot of just good roles for everybody. And there's a reason why this musical is so successful. And things like that. It also makes you think about your life, and it, you know, makes you think about how you treat others. I remember my mom saying one time, she's like, if more people watched Les Mis, I think people would be better people, because it just really kind of puts things in perspective if you let it. However, it is bronze because it is really heavy. Sometimes if you've only seen the movie, I would strongly encourage going and seeing it on stage. The movie did not do a great job. So I'm not talking about movies of any of these. The movies can go die. I don't like almost any musical to movie adaptations, which is why I'm so hesitant about the Wicked movie. But yeah, give Les Mis another chance on a stage because one, visually it's just going to be brighter because the stage has to be lit, whereas filming nowadays has been really dark color wise because of like the cameras, the fancy cameras they're using can pick up more specific pictures without filters and things like that, and they don't have to have it as well lit. They can like get away with darker pictures. A stage has to be lit, so physically it's just brighter, and that just kind of brightens how it comes across in general. So give it a chance for that. Also, the singers are going to be better. I guarantee if you're singing it in high school, that's maybe up for debate. If you're singing high school, do it. But like the roles are not easy to sing. I think the female leads are kind of easy, but the male leads are not. So you have to have a really, really good Jean Valjean and a really good Javert is really important. And so, yeah, if you didn't like the movie, give it a chance on stage because the theme is also used a lot more. Like the musical theme of the musical is like interspersed throughout, and it's a very hopeful theme. Whereas something I hated about the movie, and we can do a whole episode on this actually, but something I hated about the movie is it took away a lot of the themes. Like there are tons of musical themes that are more hopeful and more inspiring, and you know, they take you back to this hopeful song and blah blah blah, and they like got rid of all of that, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why are we fixing things that aren't broken? So anyways, give Les Mis a chance on stage. It's a lot more hopeful, it's a lot more inspiring, it's a lot less heavy, still pretty heavy, but it's also it's just a lot more hopeful. And then it's cool to see how they build barricades and do all this stuff, you know. It's very, very, very cool. So Les Mis definitely gets the bronze. Honorable mention had to be Into the Woods. I think it was going to be Phantom, but again, the plot of Phantom just is not good. But the music is stunning, and you know, we can go into Phantom, but it's between Into the Woods and Phantom. Into the Woods, the music is incredible. It's extremely difficult. It's honorable mention because not a lot of roles for people, like it's just the main like 8 or 10 or whatever, which you could argue that was 6, but what makes 6 cool is it's all women, you know. And again, there are a lot of women, talented women who deserve roles, and so that just increases their odds a little bit better of being a significant name role. But Into the Woods is amazing. It's very deep, it makes you think about stuff, but I don't think it surpasses Les Mis in overall quality though. So honorable mention has to be Into the Woods, and maybe I could make a case for Phantom. So gold is Wicked, duh. Silver is 6, and bronze is Les Mis. So now we're going to go to dog breeds, and this is completely biased. So remember, these are gold, silvers, and bronze according to moi. So this is completely all my opinion, and there's absolute bias in it. I'm with the musicals and the National Anthem, I'm trying to be more like analytical. The dog breeds one is completely subjective and completely biased to my opinions. I'd have to say the gold, funny, is the golden retriever. First of all, they are the cutest effing puppies on the planet. Fight me on that all day long. You will lose. They are so cute little chubby fluffy nuggets. And then they're just a really great dog. They're really smart, they're really friendly, they have a really great personality for a wide variety of families and purposes and things like that. They're very smart, they're fairly easy to train. All dogs take work to train, obviously. But my brother has 2 golden retrievers, and they are the cutest, most adorable little fluffer nutters. And I love them, and they're so cute. They're cute into adulthood, and they're just so friendly, and they're a little bit cuddly. Like, the golden retriever is the quintessential, like, dog stereotype. You know, when you think of, like, man's best friend, I don't know about you, but I think about a golden retriever. It's like the poster child for, like, stereotypical dogs. You know, you'll notice the smart companies use a golden retriever for their advertising, if it's like a flooring company or whatever. So my gold for dog breeds is a golden retriever. My silver, though, is a husky. They are little troublemakers and little buttheads, and they are a lot. And so with huskies, you do have to put in a lot of effort, but they are rather smart, and they will love you, and they're so cute. They're stunning animals. And you can actually, despite what the internet would lead you to believe, you can actually train them to be really useful, helpful, to bark less, to howl less, all of those things. So my silver is a husky. I grew up with a husky, and if I were to get a dog, that would be the dog I would get. We are spirit animals, huskies and I love to sing. They love to sing. I talk back. They like to talk back. I like the huskies that have like a little bit of a mask. I like to call it eyeliner. I love eyeliner. All of the things. So a husky is a silver for me because I think they're so cute. Again, those puppies are really, really adorable, and then they just grow to be like stunning adult dogs. Like, oh, they're just so beautiful, and I just love them. My bronze is a German Shepherd. Because they're super duper smart. The reason why they're bronze, I also think German Shepherds are really cute. Sometimes they can look a little scary though, but they're very, very smart, but they have 3 coats that they shed, and that's just kind of a lot to deal with, but they're super smart. There are some people around the area that have German Shepherds, and they're just, it's like the most well-behaved dog, and there are people around me that have like little small dogs that just yap, 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 and so I'm watching this girl across the way like play fetch with her dog. It is like the most well-behaved black German Shepherd you've ever seen, and it's so cute, and it like just brings the ball back and drops it and then chases after it. Like, perfect little dog. You can tell it's well trained, and some of them are really, really cute. But again, I'm biased towards huskies, and I'm biased towards golden retrievers. So gold, golden retriever; silver, husky; bronze, German Shepherd. And that is completely my opinion, but I think my opinion is more correct. So, okay, we just have a few more. I'm gonna do skincare items, and this is not an ad, but I would not be mad if I got paid to endorse these products because they're expensive. My gold is a product called Plated Intense Serum, and it is like a miracle juice. I'm not going to go into all the science of it because this episode I'm trying to keep around 30 minutes to 40 minutes ish. But it is like liquid gold, but she is pricey. So I told my esthetician, I was like, I would love to have Plated in my regimen. What can I get rid of so that I don't sell my firstborn child to pay for all this skincare? It's amazing. It heals my blemishes really quickly. It has exosomes, something called an exosome in it, or exosome serums and stuff inside of it, and it's just super healing. It's, again, I'm not going to go into all the science. I could, but I'm hoping to have my esthetician on at some point so she can talk about that. But it is like liquid gold, so that's why she gets the gold. My silver is going to be something called Alpharet Peel Pads. It's from Skin Better is the company. And it is like a take-home chemical peel. It's amazing. It's just like one of the estheticians I follow on Instagram, she calls it a magic eraser for your face, which she's just this marketing queen. But yeah, great product. It feels really good. It's kind of like if you ever use those like OxyClean pads back in the day, but it's actually good for your skin. I love it. So good. My bronze is probably going to be again, it's Skin Better. It's called Even Tone. And I wasn't using that for a while, and then I decided to buy it again, and it helps prevent like pigmentation. So like dark spots from acne healing, or when I came back from the beach, I noticed a lot of like skin damage had kind of surfaced, and so I had like, they weren't freckles, but they were like kind of brown marks all over my face. Again, not freckles, but they kind of had surfaced, and so then I started using my my Even Tone again, and they just went away, and now she's looking glowy again. A little broken out, but that's because that time of the month is going to start soon. But it was amazing. It like got rid of all of that pigmentation and all of that darkness that the sun had kind of like pulled out. So really, really amazing. And when I started using that again, both after the beach and a while ago, I like instantly, my skin felt amazing. So really hard to pick one. I could go so long about my favorite skincare items, but those are the top 3. So gold, Plated Intense Serum; silver, Alpharet Peel Pads, bronze, Skin Better, Even Tone. I couldn't remember at the time, so on my notes it said Skin Better Orange Bottle Serum. That's not what it's called. It's called Even Tone. But yeah, I use that every day. Amazing. Okay. Now for desserts. I'm going to do desserts because I have a whole hierarchy of desserts that I've discussed in depth with many members of my family. So again, all my opinions, but I think my opinions are correct. So my gold, chocolate cake. A good moist, yeah, I said that word. Yeah, I said the word moist. A good moist fudgy chocolate cake could cure the world, could bring world peace, okay? A good chocolate cake, not a dry one. I've had some dry chocolate cakes recently, not recently, but you know what I mean. And they're just sad. It's sad. A good, moist, slightly fudgy chocolate cake with not too much frosting, but a right ratio to cake to frosting, with maybe some chocolate chips in there, like in the batter as well as on the frosting, could bring world peace. I am convinced of it. Okay. My silver, the chocolate chip cookie. Okay. Versatile. She's always delicious. Okay. You can overcook them. You can just microwave them with a little butter or stick them in milk. Fixed. Solved. You can get so many different kinds. You can get a really simple one. You can make them at home. They're really easy. Such a versatile thing. I don't think anyone's ever mad about a chocolate chip cookie. Okay. And if you have met someone who's like, no, I don't like chocolate chip cookies, they suck, you need to block, mute, delete that person because they are not trustworthy. All right. Chocolate chip cookies are the most versatile. They're great on their own. They're great with things. You can have a pizookie. You cannot have a pizookie. You can put it in the middle of a brownie. Like just you can put an Oreo in the middle and it like stunning. The possibilities are endless with a chocolate chip cookie. Okay. So again, if people in your life don't like these things or are like, whatever, they're not trustworthy and you need to send them to jail. Okay. My bronze, I'm going a little bit fast because I do have to go teach voice lessons. My bronze is a brownie. Just a nice, simple, again, fudgy, moist brownie, okay? I've always advocated for the word moist, and it is because of the brownie. How do you describe a well-made brownie? I'm waiting. How? A well-made brownie is moist, okay? It is what it is. And yeah, some people like nuts. It kind of depends on the nut you put in a brownie, but I love a good brownie, nice fudgy brownie. I like the middle. A lot of people in my life really like the edges and the crispy thing. I'm that weirdo that will take the square of brownie out of the middle. So, because that is the best. I don't want any crispy. I want nice, moist, gooey, slightly undercooked brownie, which I know people are like, oh, salmonella. No, you'll be fine. Same thing with chocolate chip cookies. If it's a little undercooked and it's a little bit gooey, those are the best, okay? You are not going to get salmonella poisoning, okay? You'll be fine. So gold dessert, chocolate cake, duh, especially if there's like some chocolate chips in there. Stunning. Silver, chocolate chip cookie. one of the greatest desserts ever created by mankind. And then bronze, brownies, because who doesn't love a good brownie? So versatile, you know, people, you know, bring them to you when you're having a bad day, whatever. Amazing. Okay. Last but certainly not least, we went through quite a gauntlet of Disney movie rankings, okay? And obviously you all chose correctly and chose Hercules as the greatest Disney movie of all time, because it is. But I decided to do a gold, silver, and bronze of Disney songs, and I am ready to get into it. So my gold is Go the Distance. I Dare You from Hercules, of course, the greatest movie ever created, Disney movie ever created. I dare you to go listen to that song and then not conquer the world afterwards, okay? You cannot tell me that you hear that French horn beginning of Go the Distance and you do not instantly feel inspired to go conquer the world and boss it up, okay? It's impossible. It is impossible. Also, the guy who sings it, gorgeous voice, super sexy voice. It's like, oh, it's amazing. And I'm talking about the version that the cartoon guy sings, not there's a different version at the end that's sung by this guy. The lyrics are a little bit different in the ending credits, and he has kind of like a huskier voice and stuff. I like that one. The lyrics are a little bit different, but I'm specifically talking about the one in the middle of the movie by the cartoon Hercules. Stunning, breathtaking. I can literally do anything after I listen to that song. Okay, so Go the Distance gets the gold. Okay, silver is Son of Man from Tarzan. Again, super inspiring. It works out of context. You can just listen to it by itself and, you know, it's great. It's a bop, okay? I think we're all kind of tired of hearing this, but like, Phil Collins went hard and he did that for us. I know that's kind of like a really overused joke now on the Instagrams, but it slaps though. Like, again, you can't listen to that song and not be happy. You know, son of man to the sky. So good. So good. Again, super inspiring, and relatable. I know it's Son of Man, but it talks about women too. Okay. You know, it can be about us as well. All right. We don't need to like read that much into it. Really amazing. Such a bop. Impossible to be unhappy when you listen to it. Again, very inspiring though, but it's more upbeat, whereas Go the Distance is very much like a ballad kind of a deal. So that's a great one if you're like wanting like some hype music, you know. Go the Distance is where you want to be inspired and conquer the world. And then Son of Man is like, okay, I've got a big day ahead of me. We're going to go kick some butt. You know, that's like kind of that song. Okay. Now my bronze is Circle of Life from The Lion King. It's stunning. I looked up what language that is, and it's Zulu, apparently. Zulu. Stunning language. The singer's incredible. Whoever sings that. And the I know all of those words, by the way. That is my claim to fame. My special skill or whatever is I know all of the actual African Zulu words. It's amazing. Okay, Sir Elton John and Tim Rice outdid themselves with the soundtrack for The Lion King. I don't know, the music speaks for itself, okay? It's incredible, it's amazing. However, it's less, so it's bronze because it's, you know, not super relatable. You know, you could make a case that it's inspiring. I'm here to hear those opinions. But not quite at the level of Son of Man or Go the Distance, but still really amazing, really well written. I love the use of that Zulu language because that's kind of like the place that's kind of the country of origin that the movie takes place in. So I love that. It's really smart choice to do. I also love that style of music. There are a lot of really great like African spiritual songs out there that I've had the privilege to sing, and they're just really fun. The languages are beautiful, and it's just so iconic. You know what I mean? You can just hear that first note and then stop the music and you know exactly what it's from. You know what I mean? So for my Disney songs, the gold, Go the Distance from Hercules. Silver, Son of Man from Tarzan. And then bronze is The Circle of Life. I'd love to hear what you guys think of that, because we have some very opinionated Disney adults that listen and follow. So those are my personal bronze, silver, and gold medals. Let me know what you think. But we're gonna end it there. And I hope you watch the Olympics. Go Team USA. We are awesome and we're killing it in some things and then getting our butts whooped in other things, but that's okay. And I'm wearing my USA necklace. But I hope you have so much fun. I hope you enjoyed this kind of lower stakes bronze, silver, and gold medal rankings. And I will see you guys next week. Hopefully we will have a guest on. All right, bye. Remember to tune in every Wednesday for Well-Rounded Wednesday, and please leave a rating and a review.